No Blue Label racing video today, but instead we're going to be doing something with these Nitro RC cars. That's right. It's a beautiful day we have out here. Thought it was a perfect opportunity to take over this beautiful parking lot that is usually packed with vehicles, but since it's a Friday, no one is here, and it is nice, smooth asphalt. You gotta take advantage of these things whenever you can find them. So you can see that I've laid out a little bit of a course here with some cones, and we're gonna drive this thing and maybe do some other little activities while we're here. I'm here with a good friend of mine, Nate.
Hey, how's it going?
There he is. He brought his fast vehicle over here, Prius C. And we might do something with that a little bit later. First on the docket is the Kyosho Inferno MP 7.5. So this vehicle was very popular right around 2000. It still is quite a beast today. In fact, Kyosho still sells this as a, I think they call it like a Sport 3 or something like that. So you still get parts for them, thankfully. I kind of covered this in the last RC video, but it is a bump start engine, which means it is a higher end kind of engine. It doesn't have the pull start like a lawnmower has. You have to use this starter box with electric motors. So you have to use electricity to actually get the thing going, and that's just how it is. But so these are four-wheel drive. They have a front differential, a rear differential, and a center differential. So you can actually gear the rear different than the front to get it to rotate differently under power and off power. It also has 4 disc brakes that are actuated by a single servo right here. See these arms right here actually pull 2 levers, 2 for the front, 2 for the rear. Very powerful brakes, and it has oil-filled aluminum dampers and ball bearing supported front steering. And I've put on these off-road tires to actually make it slide around a bit more here on the pavement, because it gets a little bit more fun to drive that way. So this is a 0.21 nitro engine, probably good for, I don't know, 1.5 horsepower-ish. Revs to about 40,000 RPM, so it definitely screams. Fun car. Let's get it going and put the camera on it. Go juice. Don't drink this. Fuel in there. Next we turn on the radio. This is a old school Futaba 3PJ. These were all the rage back in the early 2000s. That electric power. Next we do a glow starter, so this lights up the glow plug so it can actually ignite the fuel. And then you just bump start it. Next we have the Kyosho Ultima ST Type R GP, meaning it is the gas-powered one. And this is what's called a stadium truck. It's two-wheel drive and has a single disc brake that only works on the rear wheels, so it's lively to drive, but it does take a little bit of finesse to ensure you don't just completely spin out. So this is a 0.15 nitro-powered engine. It has the pull start. So this doesn't have a super high top speed, but it is nimble and it allows you to go off-road and on-road, although these tires aren't well suited to on-road. As you can see, they're already starting to peel here, but it'll be okay. So you can see here in the back it has a gearbox, and this has a slipper clutch, so you can adjust this so it doesn't engage fully. It allows a little bit of slip here at the spur gear so you don't just spin the wheels uncontrollably. And then inside of here we have a ball differential, and you see it's set pretty loose because I can actually turn it opposite directions by just turning the wheel. And then it has universal joints in the back and aluminum bodied oil filled dampers. Just let it go over bumps pretty smoothly. All right, let's get it started up. So I'm going to use the same remote I was controlling the Inferno with to use on this one. They share the same remote but different receivers, and you just select the different model on here. This can store like 10 or 15 different models, and you just hit down. There's Ultima, and there you go. Then you turn on your car battery, make sure everything works, pre-flight check, and you start it up. Got to prime it first, make sure you see fuel flow through the lines, and then you find your glow starter, glow igniter, pop it on there. Dang. It ran lean and just like gunned it. I did not intend to do that, but I'm glad it didn't break. It's like jumping off the equivalent of like a 6-story building. And the final car we have here is a team associated Nitro TC3. So this is a 4-wheel drive, 1/10 scale Nitro touring car. So as you can see, it has this central drive shaft that connects the rear end and front end, ball differentials on either end with CV joints supporting each wheel on here. It's a fully adjustable suspension setup. So you can see you basically have like coilovers on a real car. You can adjust the preload and basically alter the ride height of the car by just spinning these collars. You can also do toe in and out adjustment and camber adjustments by just screwing in various screws. You can set droop and bump stop and all of that. So it's very modifiable, definitely a professional level chassis, at least back in the, like I said, early 2000s. All my cars are from the early 2000s, but really not much has changed in the way of the setup of these things. And so this is a 0.15 top engine. I think it's a 0.15. It's a pull start. This has a 2-speed transmission, so once it maxes out in first gear, it basically automatically switches to the second gear, and it allows this thing to be propelled to almost 50 miles per hour, which is incredibly fast for something so small. So anyway, let's get this thing started and see how it runs. All right, now it's time for the moment I guess we've all been waiting for, a race. It's going to be a race between the slowest car, this one, and the slowest car. Are you ready, driver 2?
Yes.
Start! Dun, 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 dun. It's on. Well, there you have it. A race between the slowest vehicles on Earth and, I guess, the Prius won? Well, I'm sure it'd be a different story if we use the other RCs, but since we basically can assume the outcome, we don't need to do that. So that's all there is for this video. Thought I'd get the RC cars out. Beautiful day, nice open parking lot. Why not? We'll see you guys again next time when I'm back at Blue Label Racing with some new projects on hand. As always, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you guys again next time.